How would you see this particular battle, especially in the northeast? Delimitation, you've got indigenous people who are fighting for their identity, the minorities there. This particular phase of election, you have BJP fighting in one seat in Guwahati. But how do you see this political battle play out, especially in Assam in the third phase?
Well, I was in Assam for the last 4 days. And it's very interesting, your correspondent just spoke about Dhubri. Now, for the first time, there are also conversations that, Ajmal's party, the All India United Democratic Front, which was preponderantly seen as a party for the migrant Muslims, possibly would not have got that number of votes from the Muslims. So there might be a shift of the Muslim votes to the Congress, and it's not only for Dhubri, but what has happened in Karimganj or Nagaon, where those seats, even after delimitation, still remains Muslim strongholds. Now, having said so, the other 3 seats are very, very interesting. Guwahati, per se, 2 ladies fighting against each other, 2 very competent ladies, and Meera Borthakur, who's the Congress candidate, she was originally a BJP leader of the party. So while Bijuli Kolita from the BJP still has an upper edge, but it's very interesting to see that Guwahati has had an women MP for quite some time, the last 2 terms, of course 2 different ladies, but once again it will be another lady. You come to Kokrajhar, it's again a very interesting 3-way fight, and as your graphics showed, there was a third name of the Bodo People's Front. Now that candidate, Kampa Borgiari, is also doing quite well. Barpeta, after the delimitation, it seems it has always been won by a Muslim candidate, but this time it's definitely going to be towards the AGP candidate, who is being supported by the BJP.
Professor Joshi, a quick word, especially on how the political battle lines will be drawn in Madhya Pradesh. Do you see something interesting, something different that we would see that we've not seen in the first 2 phases, especially when it comes to Madhya Pradesh?
As we saw that the seats that are going to polling in this phase, they all have a history. But for example, in Rajgarh, Diggiraja would be contesting after a span of 30 years this time. So it's going to be interesting to see that what happens to this particular seat. Another example for that matter would be Guna, Baitul. So all these seats, I mean, bigwigs, Bhopal, Sadhvi Pragya has been changed. I mean, there is another candidate from BJP this time. So it would be interesting to see that, how the fight goes on. But it's going to be a bilateral fight between Congress and BJP like always, Anil. But there's some national issues that have occurred recently. For example, this matter of the statement by one SP leader yesterday on vote jihad would definitely impact some seats like Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh in the other way around. Okay. And for that matter, the other things that are doing the rounds would also impact the polling on all these seats.
Okay, Shubhimal, I'll let you have the last word. 47 candidates in fray in this third phase, 4 seats. How do you see it? Is there going to be a change in stance by the 2 national parties and the regional forces as they look for survival?
No, I don't think. I think, it's continuing according to a plan, the campaigning and all. Although, voting pattern shows that there's a little bit slight lesser voting, but I think the issues on the table remain the same, and even in Assam, for the total 14 seats, there should be a marginal improvement for the BJP, but there wouldn't be anything of a great upheaval for the Congress or the opposition.
Okay, we are running out of time, but looking at this particular elections, the Great Indian Election is your one-stop show on weekdays on all that matters in Indian elections of 2024. What could be the state, or what are we looking at as a part of our deep dive on Friday night? A sneak peek.
10 states and 1 union territory with 93 constituencies go to vote in phase 3 of the Lok Sabha elections on May 7. Gujarat, Karnataka and Goa will be under the spotlight as all Lok Sabha seats go to polls. We track the states from the north, west and south in phase 3 on the Great Indian Election at 8:30 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Well, there is paucity of time, and I'll have to say thank you to all the guests who've joined us this evening on this deliberation. Professor Anshul Joshi, Shubhimal Bhattacharya, the correspondents there on the field, Akshay Dongre and Tapash joining us, helping us understand these elections, especially in Madhya Pradesh and Assam, better. Well, it's a wrap of this edition of the Great Indian Election. You can connect with us on Facebook, X and Instagram. Good night, stay safe, take care.